Hey, this is Liak Bolo at LTAPerformance, and in this video you will learn 3 easy tips to increase muscle for weight loss. Many neglect this important step, and this is the reason why more than 90% of people that have a successful weight loss transformation actually gain more weight than they originally lost. You will understand the exact steps to put the simple tips to use so you can be able to transform your body and be in the best shape of your life. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So I've helped hundreds of people be able to make transformations and get in the best shape of their life and see their body look like they haven't seen before. The reason this is being able to be possible because I understand the importance of increasing muscle mass. When people think weight loss, they just think about losing weight, but don't think about the important parts to preserve that muscle mass so you can actually keep fat off for good. This is why you have to focus on increasing muscle mass. So where does it start? Where can you simply start putting these tips to use? Right away. And it starts off with number 1 of making sure that you do resistance training 3 to 4 times a week. Now, this is an important step to understand that you don't want to overdo it. So often when you get back in the gym, you might think you have to work out every day, work out more than an hour a day. That is not true. And the thing is, you don't even need to lift weights. So I know if you are working out at your home, you have your own gym there, you might just have your body weights or some other equipment. That still works as far as building muscle. You do not actually have to lift weights. Now, if you're at the gym, of course, you have more access to things to help you with the resistance training, but you have to just follow this concept of understanding, being consistent at least 3 to 4 times a week. So what do you follow? Now, it doesn't matter if you're going to follow the typical bodybuilder split where you're separating each muscle group, or you're doing a full body, or you're doing upper and lower body splits. This is pretty much your personal preference of what you want to do. You just want to be consistently training your body with that resistance training and understanding, not just focusing on one muscle group, making sure you're staying balanced and focusing on all, so you're actually increasing muscle mass all over. Now, this is very important because this is going to help you keep the fat off. Muscle mass is very active. It helps boost our metabolism. Not only are you going to look great in the mirror and feel good in your clothes, but it's actually going to help with other things within your body. Muscle is very important for that overall function. So you will notice that you become the high performer and look like the high performer by following this. So be very consistent. This is what's important, because if you do 3 to 4 times a week and you're not staying consistent with it, then you're not actually going to build the muscle mass. It's about consistency when it takes building muscle. It's not just something that's going to happen overnight. You have to work at it. It's not as simple as like quickly losing maybe 5 to 10 pounds, which you can do within less than a month. With muscle, it's going to take some time, but if you do it the right way, it will pay off for you. Number 2 is you need to make sure you're fueling that muscle. So how do you do that? Getting enough protein. This is the important macronutrient that not only builds the muscle, but preserves it when you're losing weight. So a simple recommendation that I want you to follow is to ingest at least 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilo. Now, kilo, I know we use pounds. So the simple equation to understand how many kilos you weigh is just divide your weight by 2.2 and you'll get your kilos. The reason I love this calculation because more research has been done. Of course, in our country, we use a different system than the other countries when we look at weight. So they do kilos. But the research has shown if you get 1.5 to 2 kilos, that you're going to not only be able to build muscle mass, but it's going to help you within your weight loss, that you're not going to lose it. Because often when people are doing weight loss programs, they're losing a lot of muscle, and that's the reason why they're not looking the best, and also the reason why they're regaining the weight, because their metabolism slows down very low. So by doing this, you're going to be able to build that muscle the right way. So plenty of research shows that this is a great recommendation to stay under, because this will keep you in a high protein class of what you're doing within your diet. Often neglected, not measuring your protein is a critical mistake. So you need to make sure you're fueling your body properly, so to build that muscle mass. You have to think of it this way: when you're putting the right fuel in the body, it's like you're rebuilding. You're rebuilding. So when you're working out hard, you're breaking your muscle down. But what happens when you fuel it, you build it back up stronger, stronger. It's like, think of it like a plant. You're getting the sunlight, you're getting the water. That's how you're fueling your body, through protein. Now, important to understand, if you're not eating as many animal products protein, is to make sure that you stay pretty balanced in the different sources of protein that you have. Just because, very important when you are building the muscle, you need to get your branched chain amino acids. These are just basically our building blocks that make up the protein, and they're very important as far as the process of building the muscle. So if you're not getting as much as that, then you're not going to actually build as much. We want quality sources of protein. So even if you're not an animal source as far as your protein, that's fine, but you need to stay balanced and getting your protein sources from other sources, so you add up the quality within that. This is, like I said, is going to allow you to have that muscle mass that you want. So very important that you follow that guideline to properly start fueling your body correctly. This is a very important step, and you don't want to neglect actually fueling your body. And the third tip, and last but not least, is making sure you're getting at least 7 hours of sleep. Now, sleep is very important for your overall health, of course, and it plays a big part in increasing your muscle mass. The reason this one is often neglected, because it's simple to think, well, working out and eating. But the sleep is the whole process of recovery, and it helps with everything as far as our body's function. So you don't sleep well, you're going to stop as much muscle mass from building, because you're going to throw yourself off. So I know we're very busy. I know we have a lot going on through work, with our kids, our spouse, and you may feel like, I can't get enough sleep. Easy fix to that is cut out things that are not actually helping you be productive. So if it's cutting down on as much hours that you're watching TV, cutting down on the busy work that's not actually being productive, or maybe once you come home, or checking some of the other things with work, with emails too much, and it's not actually producing the things you need. So you want to put more time available for you to actually sleep. Even if you have early morning workouts, we can get to bed a little bit earlier so we can get more sleep. The 7 hours is a pretty good time to really look at as much sleep to get, just because for many, we may be only getting 4 hours. And for others, I know it can be hard to get 8 or 9. If you're able to get more sleep, of course, you want to put that to use. But if obviously with your schedule being very busy, you're not allowed, I think 7 hours is at least a good enough, target for yourself, because that is definitely doable. And when you get better sleep, what happens is the hormones in your body are functioning at the right levels. So what happens is that you're able to make sure that you're producing the right amount to build the muscle, and everything's not thrown off, right? Because when you're not getting enough sleep, it could throw off other things, and you're not going to be able to produce more of the muscle mass. And then just for overall health, it can factor into some other things, which basically has like a domino effect, which we don't want to have happen. So it's very important that you are keeping track of that sleep, and that you're improving it. And the quality matters as well. So we do want to cut down on late night eating or snacking, cutting down on how much blue light you're getting at night. You want to make sure your body is understanding it's time to go to sleep, so you can have the proper sleep cycles and everything with that. And this is very important. So let's recap the 3 easy tips for increasing that muscle mass for weight loss. Number 1 is, remember that resistance training. We need to get at least 3 to 4 times a week. So like I said, it could be done at home if it's just body weight with bands. Of course, in the gym, you have all the different equipment that you can use, We just need to be consistent and get 3 to 4 times of that resistance training and training our whole body by working on that so we can increase the muscle mass. So do not neglect that. Number 2 is remember to properly fuel your body, that you're getting at least 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilo. Like I said, a simple calculation to calculate that. If you only know pounds, is just divide your weight in pounds by 2.2 to get your kilos, and then do that equation. This is going to help keep you on a high protein diet, so you're able to build muscle mass, preserve it, so you're able to keep that metabolism high, so you're going to not regain that weight, and it's going to help you burn more through the process, of even when you're not actually in the gym. This is very important, so make sure you are properly fueling your body for that success. And number 3, and last, like I said, but not least, what we just covered is getting more sleep. So at least 7 hours of sleep a night, so you can actually recover properly and have your body function at the right levels to be able to build that muscle. By doing this, guys, like I said, you're not only going to successfully have a weight loss transformation, but you're going to do what most people don't do right, and that's keeping fat off for good, because now you've turned your body into that muscle machine that is not only going to look great and feel great, but you're actually going to function at the right level for your body. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments of what your takeaways are or any questions you may have on this video. As always, make sure that you take action on what we just covered, because you can do this and be in the best shape of your life. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and watch the next video.